Brittany Hill's back in the building.
Hey.
And as always, I have Raven Brown.
What up? Where my bagels at?
What?
I don't know. I try to do different things each time to see what works.
That didn't work for sure. Yeah, didn't work the last time we did it either.
Y'all,
Did she say it?
She sounded like she tried to sound like a man last time for sure.
Why can't y'all just let me be? Why can't y'all let me live? Why can't y'all let me
Her
be
on the
great?
post, I'm a man. Like what?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Wait, what did the post even say?
Something about having
Can't do
two
without
women
these two women,
co-hosts.
yeah.
Oh yeah, women
Like, I'm a man.
co-hosts.
Like what?
I just kept scrolling. I was like,
I didn't even. I just laughed and kept moving. I was like,
I kept scrolling.
not
I
today.
was like, yeah, not today.
I was hollering.
Because every now and then at work, I'll have a moment to, my phone will go off. And lately here at work, we've been extremely busy. Like, I don't see daylight anytime soon. But I'll get the alerts that I was tagged in something, so I'll look.
Guess what it is?
Some of her foolery, I just like, I'm too busy for this right now. Like the whole I'm a man, I didn't have time for that at that moment. I just had to keep going. I don't know what was going, I can't.
I don't know. Like I have 5 different personalities, and 3 of them I talk to myself. So
One's a man.
And
one is a man. Okay, one is a man, a strong man.
A strong black man.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, so speaking of black men, she got into it with a strong black man.
We don't know this man.
On
don't know
social
who he
media
is.
regarding a post that she shared. And go ahead and share what the post was.
Yeah. So there was a meme. It said, "Cheating on a man is deeper than people realize. It destroys his outlook on love, his future relationships, his peace within himself." And Jaquel, shout out to Jaquel.
Yeah, he asked to be tagged. He asked
Yeah,
to tag the podcast.
he
so
asked to be
he might be listening.
Well, okay, listen up. He said,
I'll listen out.
he said, facts. Of course, Raven, being Raven, okay, this is probably Raven number 1, the split personality. I have split personalities. Of course, I had to comment, right? I was like, I think it goes much deeper. Does cheating play a part? Yes, but
Why are
much
you
deeper.
being so loud, lady?
Am I?
Yes.
I really didn't know I was
Because
being
she thought she feel like she's arguing with Jaquel right now.
Oh, yeah. That's probably why.
Just talking your regular normal voice.
That is
And
my,
you don't have-
that is my normal
No, it's
voice.
not. You was definitely not that last time. Last episode.
You don't have to change your voice either.
Thank you, Ready.
But she didn't say anything about the
No,
tone.
I wanted to change my voice to get more attitude. I wanted to be like,
Oh, okay.
and he said,
I mean, try. But y'all females think just we men, we don't have feelings.
He's kind of right, but like per the post, because what you were saying, you were talking as if there's other things that can equal
There
that,
is.
which there is. But if
Yes.
you're gonna refer to the post, we're only talking about cheating in that post.
Yes. So I agree with you, but I agree with him. I think that first of all, I don't condone cheating. Okay? If you're gonna be committed to somebody, commit to that thing. Right? Let me get that out in the open. Like, if that's what you want, if that's what you want, if that's what you signed up for, then if you feel like you need to step out, then call it off or take a break or do something else. But don't cheat. That's my personal opinion. But as far as, I do think that for men, and this is just from the things that I've heard about men. So I feel like some men, not all men, when they step out just to fuck some, right? It's not any emotional meaning behind it. Like she getting on my nerves. I need to go get this nut, and then come back and I'm gonna be with my lady. I love my lady. When women cheat, it's because most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, it's because we've reached a point where we're detaching emotionally and we're seeking what we're not getting from our man with somebody else. And men know that when a woman steps out, it's a lot. It means a lot. It's because you've been slacking on your job. You haven't stepped up to the plate. You haven't done what you were supposed to do to fulfill this whatever. So that's what I think he was referring to as far as cheating. Like, it does fuck them up mentally because they know it wasn't just a quick nut and I'm coming back home to my man. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. I think that's kind of what they're saying.
No, I totally agree, and I told him that
Look
I
at you
agree with
speaking
him.
normally. Look at you.
I hope he zoomed in on my face. No, I told him on the post like I agree with him, but I'm just thinking more into it. Per usual, which I'm always going to do, and that's why I commented on there, because even though I think it does have a lot to do with cheating, I think there's also like more to it as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think like it could depend on like how they were raised, how they were brought up, and then like eventually if they are in a relationship with somebody, like
I don't know if we're like actually reading the post. That's what
I
that
am reading
sounds
the
like.
post, but I'm reading more into the post.
The post is saying cheating is what makes that happen.
But it's not all that what makes it happen.
Absolutely.
That was my argument.
There shouldn't be an argument.
It was.
But there shouldn't be, because like the post is talking about cheating. So if the guy's coming on there talking about cheating, then that's all it is.
Which I agreed with him, but I said there's other factors too. There's other factors.
There could be other factors, yes.
There is. It's not. It could be. There is.
Not per the post. So from a man's perspective, because the post was talking about men, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So cheating can fuck a guy's mind up, and it only be cheating. There could be a situation where a man is cheated on, and in that and only that is what fucked him up.
I agree.
I agree with that.
And there was other factors that could have only fucked him up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
There doesn't have to be other factors involved. If cheating is what it is, then that's what it is. You don't have to look deeper into a man's soul. If a man's cheated on and he's hurt and that's what destroys him, that's what
I'm
destroyed
doing.
him.
I'm looking into this.
Completely agree.
This is why.
I have actually.
That's what you're gonna say. I've actually cheated on someone. So
No. I've been faithful in all my relationships. I can proudly say
100%.
100%. Never stepped outside of my relationship, any relationship that I've been in. So I was just gonna say that I've dated somebody that, has been like that. Like, have somebody's fucked them over in the past. And to this day, he doesn't ever feel like he will ever be able to fully commit like he did to that person because of the shit that happened before, which is unfortunate because sometimes that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that 1,000%. I personally never known about someone cheating on me, whether it's happened or not. I don't know, but I could definitely see where that would like fuck your confidence up. And that's for men and women. Like that's just the truth.
I figured it out when I was doing laundry.
What you got cheated on?
Oh,
Were you doing his laundry?
Yes, but
That's
that
worse.
wasn't. I know. I
That's
found
even tougher.
like a box of condoms fell out.
And y'all wasn't using condoms at the time. What if it was just an old pack? Like he had that instead.
yeah.
The receipt was with it, and it was recent.
I got that. Well, I don't know. That happened to me too.
Yeah. I actually think that I even took him to the place.
Wait, hold on.
They go get you dropped him off, or he was gonna smash.
Okay, so
That's happened.
let me
But,
tell
like,
you the
not-
story. So
Yeah.
You've done it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I remember
Absolutely.
that
In
story.
Georgetown.
I remember that story. The fucking Jack in the Box on Leanne the Road.
I remember you saying that. No, so the guy
Have
that
another girl take you to your sneaky link. That is not okay.
It was kind of lit. That day, it was kind of lit.
Sneaky link.
I was really thinking of that song when you
You
said
could be
sneaky.
my sneaky link. Okay, go ahead.
So the guy I was dating at the time, not gonna say anything because I don't like saying names. Just kidding. Anyways,
You know one of my toxic exes. Just wanted to throw that out there. I found out that you
Who,
know
me?
Yep. We'll talk about it out there. You
Yeah.
know one of my
She said, yeah.
I don't really. Do I know them? Know them?
Yes. Well, I'm sure you probably do. I was like, it was like you posted something one day. It was in the wee morning, and I saw it, and I
Are
was
y'all
like,
Eskimo buddies?
huh?
Huh?
What
No,
is Eskimo buddy?
sorry, keep going.
What does that mean?
Having the same sexual partner.
No.
Or sisters. Eskimo brothers or sisters.
No.
Okay.
So I was like, wait, and I'm putting some shit together, and I was like, Robin, I think X, Y, and Z. I was like, oh shit. We'll talk about it all.
Okay. Now I'm curious because I don't know. It's because I know so many people. Like I meet so many people in Austin. I don't even know. All right. And okay. Anyways, so basically, the guy at the time that I was dating, he was, making extra money. It may or may not been illegal. I'm not telling you what it was.
It was illegal, probably.
Right. Anyways, don't like him. So yes, it was illegal. But I didn't know anything about that, Your Honor.
I played the fifth.
I plead the fifth. Okay. So he was like, yeah, I gotta go make a drop off. It does not take an hour and a half to make a drop off, right?
Depends on if you drop it off the dick.
Okay. Yeah, he really was. And then
Did you wait for him?
Listen, huh?
Did you wait?
I did because I was
Oh,
like,
that's a bold Negro.
I was like, I'm so gullible at the time. Like, I was like, he's probably weighing it or.
He rolled his ankle like.
Yeah, but then I put two and two together when we were like going through things. The girl was always at his job, and then I was like, why is she always at your job? Like, does she need like a haircut every day? Oh my god, people who probably listen to this who already know what I'm talking about. Anyways, he was a barber, and I was like, does she always need like a haircut every day? And then she was actually a stripper. Anyways, she asked if he could take her home, but like we were in my car, and he looked at me, and I gave him this look that if you ever ask me that again, I probably will slit your throat. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm never gonna slit anyone's throat. So, I'm kidding. I just like to give looks like that. Anyway, so he was like, well, what do you think? Like, she lives like right behind there. I was like, right behind where? He was like, right there. You dropped me off of there before to like, drop off. So I'm just like,
Some dick.
So
I was like, I put two and two together. I was like, no, it's okay. I have something to do, so I can't take you. So, long story short, I never said anything. I just let it go because I was just an idiot, and I just stayed in that relationship. Yeah.
Well, you're not an idiot. Actually, how old were you? Because if you was over 25 and that happened,
I think I was 25 or 26.
Borderline?
that's close.
25 or 20. Wait, it was in 2017, 2018.
Did you ever tell him about that stuff? Like, did you ever have that conversation?
No, he was abusive, and I left him.
Smart.
So
That cancels out the.
yeah, there was a lot of factors that went into it, so that's why I did not say anything. So yes, I knew about it. Was I stupid about it? No, I was just kind of being smart. Just find out the right moment to leave, if that makes sense. Leave
Absolutely.
because I didn't want to get hurt.
I have a question.
This podcast took a turn.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
was talking about some.
I know.
This is different.
I laugh about it because it's my dark humor now. I laugh about it, like I have this little thing.
Nothing
from it.
funny about.
Yes, it's nothing funny about it,
abusive
but
part.
that is how I cope with things. It may be dark or whatever, but I've made my peace with it. So
I have a question.
yeah,
How come when people get caught cheating, or maybe not physically caught, maybe they have a so like for instance, the guy that I talked, or one of the guys that I talked to.
One of the guys. Hey.
No. Well, I mean, he was the only one at the time, but like the guy that I dated, we'll get to that
I'm
in
gonna
just a
take my
moment.
man.
A guy that I dated, like we were talking for a couple years, and I found a box of condoms, and I'm like, what is this? We don't use these. And he gave me some bullshit excuse, I just been moving, I had to move all the stuff, like I had these before you, da 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 da. Why do you have them? Why they're in your backpack? Like, I just didn't buy it.
Yeah.
So, and he had been moving a little bit different prior to that anyway, so the shit just wasn't adding up. But my question is, okay, I didn't fully walk in and see you fucking somebody or da da da, but it's not adding up. The weekend you went out of town, you got some condoms in your backpack, like the shit just, it's not, 1 + 1 is not equaling 2. It's equaling 69, which is probably some shit that you did. Some 69, right? But why don't you just be honest? Like that is your opportunity to be, or when people are like backed up against the wall, why don't they be like, you know what, I fucked up. Whether this isn't working or I fucked up, I slipped up. Like, I just don't understand what's the lie for. Because they want to keep you too? Like, I don't understand. Like, they want to keep you around. They think it's going to hurt your feelings. Like, what is the reason? When you're backed into a wall, why don't you just own up to it? That's my question.
Okay, so when my first boyfriend, and yes, I'm putting my information out there because I'm just
Raven, we've done 7,500 of these. You've put out all your information. It's okay.
Yeah, you were a whole.
You were in a closet at one point.
You were in a closet, came out with the girl. Next week had a boyfriend, and then you came back with another girl and with a boyfriend. Like, we didn't hurt it all.
Wow.
She said, "Oh wow,
I should write a book." Oh gosh. Okay. So my first boyfriend, like I dated him for 8 years. Met him when I was like 18, whatever. Anyways, yeah. So like I went out on a date with a guy. And like I could not like hold it in, like I just couldn't, like I don't know how people can hold that stuff in and like live with that stuff. I literally, like, I told him on the phone, I was like, because I was in college and he was living like 3 hours away, and I was like I cheated. He's like, what did you do? Like, what did you do? And I was like, I went out on a date. And he was just like, okay, what else? I was like, I went out on a date. Like, I actually like this guy, I was telling him, something was just, the spark was different, and, even that, like, hurt him, and it still hurts him till this day, like, because we're good friends now. I'm actually friends with a lot of my exes, which is weird, except for, like, 2.
It's not weird at all to be
Yeah.
friends with an ex.
Yeah, like,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it's weird either, like, if you get along with them really well, and you, like, have a...
Yeah.
But, like...
I have a couple. There's one that I just talked to him earlier today.
Yeah. No.
It makes me smile.
But like all my like exes.
But he's just a friend. I mean,
but one of my exes, he still thinks like we should still be together. But no, like he's a cool person, but like we just we're better off as friends.
So you felt like you had to tell him.
I felt like I had to tell him, not for him, but for myself, because like I just felt like I could not live with it. I could not sleep at night. Like it was bothering me that much, and like I also, the reason why I was hesitant to tell him at first, because I didn't want to hurt him, but then again I'm just like, Raven, you basically already hurt him. So like, why are you gonna hold back this information? So I just ended up telling him anyway. Did it affect him in the long run? Oh yeah, it still affects him till this day. And I hear about it, and like.
So you agree with what I said earlier?
Yeah, I agree with it, but then, but also he was
the cheating part.
But also he was having some other issues to tie in with that. So that is why.
That's why, like we talked about last time. I was like, Raven, like when it comes to experiences, like you move forward with those, right? If that is the experience you're clean to, that post looks different to you, right? You read it different.
Yeah.
Like you're like, there's other things involved, but that post was not saying there's other things involved. It was just cheating, and that was it. And I think that once again we had this conversation last time just about just like going through experiences, like people. Anytime you're in a relationship, and if you've been in, like, let's say 2 relationships ever, or 3, right? You don't traditionally gain the experience of a person who's been in 10 relationships.
Yeah.
11 relationships.
Yeah.
So your mindset is only stuck within what you know,
Yeah.
right? And if you've only lived through 2 relationships, those 2 relationships you're going to equate to every single thing you go through moving forward.
Yeah.
Versus someone who's gone through 10 or 11. Okay,
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all different. So now I have some kind of inventory to look back on, like, 10 was crazy, 1 was alright, 3 was crazy as well, like, so 10 and 3 are cool, whatever, right? But you have to gain those experiences as a person, as a human being, and you can't let the experiences that you have be your only factor. You have to look outside of that. You know how you're trying to look into people so much?
Yeah.
You gotta look outside of them too.
Which I mean, I do. Yes, I dig deep into things, but I don't. But honestly, when I wrote that to him, I wasn't basing off my relationships. I'm just thinking in general with a lot of things that I've heard from
You
other people.
subconsciously probably are.
No, not even. Like, no, not even. Because what I'm thinking about is like different things that I've heard from other people. Because I have a lot of guy friends and they come to me and they talk to me about their relationships. They talk to me about like different things that are going on, like with their partner. So that's kind of what I was basing it off of. Which is still
One thing I've learned for sure, even being around a lot of women, you can't take their experiences for true experiences if you haven't experienced it. Your guy friends can tell you their perspective all day and you on their side. But I'm pretty sure if you heard the woman's perspectives as well, you might change your mind. And vice versa for me. I have a lot of friends that are women. I hear their perspective all the time, but I don't always just run with that.
no, I don't. Honestly, I really don't agree with them. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if it's a Pisces thing, which you're probably
It's
like,
just
it's not a Pisces
it's a human thing.
But I can almost, like, whenever people like tell me something, I can almost like sense the bullshit.
And we like to think that.
No, I
I
can't.
can read people very well.
I can read people very well. That's why people say, "Oh, Ray, you have a resting bitch face." No, I can see right through your fucking bullshit. Like, I'll just be like,
I mean, I read people. I generally try to give them a chance, give them the benefit of the doubt. But like when I can tell vibes. I can tell, like I can tell if just by talking to somebody if this person is like tend to give off something that they're not really, not that they aren't really are. You know what I mean? If they're trying to just impress, or just people just. I don't know, it's just different vibes. Like, recently, I was talking to my cousin about this one particular person, and I remember when I first met this person, I was just like, I always was like, yeah, no, but I don't, like, I might say,
I believe we had this conversation off air before.
Oh, really?
I feel like, are we referring to the same person?
Oh, okay. So, I don't know, right? And I said that, but I'm the type of person, I will drop my gems. Like, I think you should just be careful. You know what I mean? But then you do what you will with, because I'm not trying to deter you either. Like, and I don't want to come off as I'm being, pessimistic or anything like that. Like, I don't want you to, there's something off about this person, and I can't put my finger on it, but fast forward maybe a year or so, and then my particular cousin, she's like, no, this person just whoop-de-whoop, just they're just like this, they just whoop-de-whoop, they just like this, they they real cool.
What if you put that on your job application? I just whoop-de-whoop sometimes.
She whoop-de-whoop, right? And
might do that.
and then it's so funny because my cousin does not think that she's friendly, but she is friendly as fuck, and I'd be having to remind her, bitch, you will befriend everybody, and I'd be having to like throw little gems, like calm down, like you don't know them like that, just fill them out before you're like, let's go out of the country together, bitch. You gonna come up missing?
Not me.
You gonna come up missing?
I don't think I'm friendly with
Not come up
everybody.
missing.
Yeah,
Jesus
like
Christ.
you just don't know these people. Fast forward, this person is now showing their true colors and moving way different than, and I was like, do you remember back when we had this conversation? So I feel like I'm a good judge of character. I really do. I know a lot of people think they are. We like to think that we are, but I really feel like I'm a good judge of character.
For me, my problem is I try to see the good in people, even though I know that they're demons. Like literally.
See, and I feel like I try, and I'll give you a chin, but I still got my good eye on you.
And then I have a bad mouth where I'll just tell them like it is. I'm just like, ooh, you're just not like, oh. And then I was just like, ooh, Raven, you shouldn't have said it that way. Maybe you should have said it a different way. But I'm very like honest and upfront when it comes to like telling people how they are. Like if they're full of shit, I'll just be like, yeah, you're kind of full of shit.
You know, I'm just, you know, I feel like I hit on this every time, but I'm just about, I ain't even got time to tell people how they are. Like, if you moving sideways, guess what? This piece right here, I'm gonna continue to protect. So I'm just gonna remove myself. You move sideways over there, not in my space. That's where I'm at. So I don't know. I have another question for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have a type
Yeah.
Like,
when it comes to dating?
Are you talking about looks or are you just talking about
Anything?
character,
Do
personality?
you feel like you have a type
Yeah.
overall? Do you feel like you go for the same type of person? Like,
for me, absolutely not.
My type is more to do with how you treat me. Like I said, when I give people the benefit of the doubt and I give them way too many chances, not anymore. I don't give them any chances. I'm just gonna go. But like my thing has to do with more of how you treat me.
yeah.
Like I'll watch. I'm very observant. I'll let you talk. Like I'll let you talk, even though sometimes you might be not talking about nothing, and I'll know it, and I'll think in my head like, man, you're not even talking about anything, and that's why like you can read it on my face. But a lot of the times, I'll give you many opportunities. Well, in the past, I would give people many opportunities, you know, even though I clearly knew that they were just sending off the wrong energy, sending off the wrong vibes.
Mm.
Now, I'm just gonna be like, look, no, I don't feel like doing it. I'm exhausted to do it. I don't want to have to like put up with like anything that I don't have to put up with. I shouldn't have to, you know what I mean? So, but my type is more to do with how they treat me than anything like looks or anything. Yes, I love good looking men and women. But my type is more how they treat me. Like if you treat me bad, it'll slowly just suck the energy out of me.
What about you, Calvin?
I mean, I like what I like. Like, I mean, things change. The way, like, women I liked in the past have no chance now.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Women that I was like back then, like, hell no, might got an opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't have, like, you can't put any person I've been involved with and be like, oh, he likes that type.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
So if you look back on, like, let's say he's back, the Nat is back.
There's fucking gnats, and I'm annoyed because like I do things to make sure they don't fuck with me. Like there's these false apples. There's something I saw in Dallas one time.
No, these gnats, like literally, these gnats these days, I swear, they have a key. Y'all need to be paying bills if y'all are gonna be flying around like this.
Okay, just sucking on my ear.
Like, you hear me talking to you. Don't be trying to run for the door now. Like,
there are these false apples that exist.
Got mint, suck a mint.
There's false apples that I saw at a hotel in Dallas many years ago that I use. They have the fragrance. Okay, yeah, that.
Did you just say fragrance?
I don't know what I said. But it smells like older fruit. And they go into the trap and they can't get out. So,
and that works?
Absolutely.
I got this thing off Amazon. It's like it's a light and it has sticky stuff on it. That works really, really well. Got rid of ours quickly. But I was saying before the gnat interrupted my conversation.
And this motherfucker want to talk too. He got something to say. This gnat got something to say.
Give him headphones.
Do you feel like back then, like back in your early 20s or teen 20s, if you looked at a group of females that they were similar, they were like back then at that time? Because like for me, I feel like
wait, what do you mean?
Like at that time we had a group. Like so, if if I look back to my early 20s, like I feel like at that time I had a type. Like I liked pretty boys. That's what I liked. Now I don't feel like I have a type. I have preferences, but I don't have a type. Like it's not just the pretty boy. Like really, it's salt and pepper for me. It's salt and pepper for me right now. I mean, you know, and something about a silver fox.
Now,
You have to. No, just kidding.
listen, I'm at the age where I can date the daddy and the son. Let me
That's
stop.
what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that comes with time.
Yeah, I do.
That-
So I feel like back then I had a type,
Oh,
but
yeah.
now I don't have a type. I do have preferences.
My
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so my preference always has been older guys. I don't know. I think that's just because I have an older soul, but like I've always dated older guys.
Yeah.
When I was 18, I was dating a 27-year-old.
Yeah.
And
All
I
the
dated,
sneeze
wait,
on
say
the, on
that
the
again?
table.
when I was 18.
Oh, 18.
I
All
was
the
dating
sneeze
this.
I thought you said
Sneezed on the-
17. I was about to say,
No.
That's illegal.
No, but hey, I didn't lose my virginity till I was 19.
Good job, Raven.
So I
I was
remember.
13.
It was
Jesus
on-
Christ.
It was on my birthday. It was on my birthday in like,
Definitely.
So you were in middle school?
Yeah, 7th
Wait a
grade.
minute. I was like,
I was in high school.
I could be a dad if I wasn't smarter back
Your
then.
dad would be like your son would be like a little brother.
believe it or not, I wanted to wait till I was married.
It could be.
I
Might have a
wanted
little-
to wait till I was
Nah,
married.
nah, 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 nah,
Little brother
nah,
son.
no.
Now put that in the atmosphere.
No. Actually, speaking of little kids, my brother is a father now, and I'm an
Your
uncle.
brother from what?
He's in California.
Oh,
Him and his wife.
Congratulations.
Just they finally, I've known for a long time, but they just announced that they have a baby on the way.
Oh, congratulations to them.
That's a milestone for me because he's been on me like having the kid first. I'm like, nigga, you fucking about to be 40. You have the kid first. Shit,
Right.
leave me alone.
I don't know if I'll ever have kids. I don't think I'll ever have kids. If I do, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up having twins with my luck.
If I have kids, if
That's a hard on the if.
that is me knocking on wood
No, don't
from the
do that.
back, front, the side, all the wood that is in the building. I'm gonna even tap on the floor. It's wood, maybe. I don't know. I would rather have 2 kids at once.
So
Or-
who's not having a kid?
I'm just saying a preference.
Who's
A man
not
can have a
having
preference for
kids?
kids. A man can have a preference for kids,
True.
or have a daughter or a son right after each other, so they're close enough in age where they can kind of grow up together.
Well, the reason why I say this is because the guy that I'm like talking to.
Oh Lord, y'all talking about kids?
No, we're not. Okay.
Shit, Raven.
But I was just thinking in my head, I was like, man, he's a twin. I was like, man, just my luck. Just my
What twin?
like I've always this is the funny thing. I've always imagined in my head that I would have 2 boy twins.
Nope, need
I
both.
would want boy and a girl.
If we're gonna shop, I need both options.
Yeah.
I
but-
can't. I don't want to go shopping and get the same thing.
Oh my god. our
It's like
kids
going to
are cute.
McDonald's with the
I hope
toys.
he's not listening to this, but our kids will be cute.
You think so?
Oh, I know.
Have y'all had sex?
Huh?
Hmm?
You said what?
Have y'all had sex?
I don't like to tell my business like that. But yes.
She said, "But yes."
Yeah.
Doing the do.
If I wasn't black, I would turn red.
Black people turn red.
Where y'all be having sex at?
Why you want to know?
Just ask.
Raven, usually you're not shy. What's going
Yeah,
on?
that's where I'm at. That's why I'm trying to get on your skin. So bad. Where y'all be doing it at?
My cheeks hurt.
You know what?
Places here and there and afar. Okay, places here and there. But honestly, we
In the car.
No, I said
What?
places here and there.
Elevators
and afar.
too?
But like we haven't like so we really haven't saw each other. So we've only like we haven't seen each other in a while. You know.
How important is good sex in a relationship?
Oh, it's important.
Like we were talking
Yeah.
about preferences. You said types, right?
You look, you gotta go. You can't. You can't get
So let me
down
tell
with you.
I
Gotta
have
go.
liked a person.
With bad sex?
Yeah.
Not with bad sex, but with a little pee-pee.
Yikes.
Like, it was borderline micro.
Not borderline.
Okay, click. Oh, what? Cut.
She said cut.
Like, let me tell you, like,
Raven over here unbuttoning her shit. We talking about sex. She over here just trying to get her shit back together.
I'm sweating now. The air conditioner's off, and like my cheekbones hurt from smiling and laughing.
so, yeah. But I really, really, really liked him. I liked him. Like, I was like, okay, it's just gonna be doggy for the rest of my life. Like, in order for him to hit a good spot, so any other position was not gonna work. Like, if we like
The pin
barely,
fell out.
if you barely hit it but keep slipping out because it's not big enough, like it's
Like while you're riding?
Listen,
multiple positions.
Oh,
It's
that's
just,
tough.
It's slipping out. So it was like either he picked me up and did this joint, right?
This joint.
Or,
wow, why did that bring back memories to me and that girl?
You doing this?
What?
Or bending me back over and doing like. But I was willing to make that work. If that's what I had to do for the rest of my life,
I don't know.
I was with the shits because I really liked him.
Oh,
Did you like him before you had sex? And it just kept going? Or did you have
Yes.
sex first?
No, I actually
Okay.
liked him. We talked. He was like for real, like a home and lover friend. Like, I met him in the process of me going through my divorce. Okay, and like I said, I never cheated. Like, so we hung out, but I vowed that I was not going to have sexual relations with him until I was officially divorced, because even though we were separated and going through the divorce, that was just something for me, because I felt like I made that vow before God. Even though we're separated and going through the process, it's not official. And this is again just my personal something that I just stuck with me. Like, I knew that I didn't go outside of my marriage until that divorce decree was signed. And let me tell you, baby, the day of the signature,
You was busting it open.
November 20th.
You was busting it open?
You coming through tonight? It went down that night. We finna celebrate. This shit is final.
But
And that's
then-
so we had been kicking it for like 3 months. Like, he was coming over. We had our shows that we watched together. I cooked dinner. You know, he was my son's PE coach. So
wait a minute, rewind that. Let's rewind it.
Let's freeze right now. He was your
Rewind
kid's PE
now.
coach?
so let me tell you.
Wait a minute. Now, wait a damn minute.
Let me tell you. He was his coach.
He taught you how to stretch.
Let me tell you. So my son was 5 when I got divorced, right? He was going to kindergarten. So that's how I met him, right? So I dropped him off at school and I was like, God damn, like, he is fine. So like, me and my homegirl, we would talk about it, and in the conversation, like, I was talking about it, and I, was like, Chris, who was that? He was like, oh, that's Coach. So he's married now, so I don't want to say anything.
Okay, Coach.
But so one day, matter of fact, it was in October.
She said, matter of fact, it was a Wednesday
No,
at
it wasn't
4:13 a.m.
It was, I can't remember what it was, but I dropped. Prior to that, a couple days prior to that, I was like just joking around. When we were talking about it, me and my friend, and I was like, Chris, when you see tell to Coach, I almost said his name. When you see Coach, tell him I said, hey. But I was just kidding. My son's 5, right? And so one day I dropped him off, and when he came back home, Chris said, Coach so-and-so said call him. And I said, what? So he really went to school and said, my mama said hi. You know what I'm saying? So my son put me on, right? So then one day I dropped him off. It was even raining. He ran over to my car. It was a drop off.
Train your kids.
Train your kids.
Okay,
they will put you in. So he ran over to my car and he gave me his number. And I was like, oh shit. So then we started texting and I started kicking it with him. So he would come over and we would kick it after my son went to sleep, because I didn't want him to know that me and Coach so-and-so was
Just say, hey, we
hanging out.
practicing for the physical fitness test. Yo.
Right.
Don't worry about that.
Now one day he did come over and he spent the night, and he would leave before my son got up. But he spent the night, and my garage door broke, so I couldn't get my car out of the garage. And he was like, I was like, how am I gonna get Chris to school? And he was like, I'll take him. And I was like, how do you just go walk in school with my son? Like, that's kind of weird, right? Like, how you gonna take how am I gonna explain this to my son? Like, Coach is taking you to school. So I woke him up and I was like, you're gonna be so excited. Coach came to pick you up today to take you to school. Like, it was so.
Wait, did he have to come through the front door?
He dropped him off and then Coach went in park. So they didn't walk in together.
No, I mean like when you said, oh, the
Talking
coach,
to
the coach is gonna come.
Talking to the mic.
The coach is gonna come. Did he like come around to the house, like go outside and be like,
No, so he actually was sitting on the couch. I had him sitting on like he showered, got ready and all that stuff, and then he sat on the couch when I woke my son up. But yeah, so shout out to my son for putting me in with his coach. We had a good run. Except for he had
A little dick.
a little dick.
he's probably listening to this now. He's gonna be like,
I hope you don't listen. I'm sorry.
man,
I really liked you though. If you did listen,
Wait,
it wasn't the micropenis.
have you ever just stopped
Not the
bad
micropenis.
sex? Like I've just stopped it.
For sure.
I gave it 2 minutes and 37 seconds.
I don't know if that's.
And I'll just be like, yeah, this is not gonna work. I'm about to head out.
No, I just.
Oh, I didn't. I just stopped it.
Take
Like,
it
I'm
stuck
just-
on go.
Lay there
I'll just
and
know.
let them finish.
I don't. They're like, but wait, I'm not done yet. I am.
They never pick up their call again.
I am. I'm done.
I've never had sex with someone that I felt that way about.
Oh, I have, and like we didn't even get to the. No.
I have.
Why?
It's so unfortunate.
And then I don't call them again.
Yeah.
So sex isn't.
Or then I'll just tell them it was really bad.
So I feel like yes and no. Like I really like to have really good sex.
I know.
But if I really like you, I might just take one. Because I know that there's more to relationships and
Nope,
stuff like
sex
that.
is number one for me. If
But
it's
let me
bad, it's
tell
bad.
you-
I'm cool.
Well, I just feel like as you get older, you know, I'm friends
Okay.
with people that, you know, are older and stuff like that. So I know your body changes. So I know there's a point where, you know,
You got the
when-
stamina?
not just stamina, like really like, you know,
I've been
there's-
with a 60-year-old and he had stamina, so there is no excuse. for
There
you
is
not
mad
to have
excuses.
some.
There is. I really know people that have medical situations.
Okay, yes.
Like
I'm
you
gonna
know,
fuck as long as
people
my
that-
dick's hard.
Right. So, but
as long as
at
it
some
gets hard,
point,
I'm good.
At some point, sometimes men do have erectile dysfunction. Like women do have hormonal shit where they don't get wet and stuff. Like so. At some point in
With some
serious
auto on that shit.
relationships, like it's not gonna be as important. Like I'm gonna make sure you're healthy, right? Because now you might have health issues that's so it shifts. You know what I'm saying? So when you get so right now I'm young, right? So I need you to come with it. You know what I'm just saying? But if it gets to that point, I understand that in relationships, as you get older, your bodies change, things change. It may not always be how it used to be. Is all I'm saying. So I feel like it is important, but I understand.
Yeah.
It's not everything to me.
Ew.
Nope, need it.
Listen.
Well, when your dick don't work when you 60.
Hey, shit.
I'm
That's
just gonna
that's
switch-
that
I'm gonna
version of
just
me that
switch
gotta handle
things
that.
for-
Right, okay, so
That version of me
you'll
has
cross
to
that
handle
bridge
that.
when you get there.
Absolutely.
I'm just, you know, I like silver boxes, so they might come with, you know, insurance policies, but maybe
I
I'll
think
be
it's-
able to
it's-
afford
I
it.
said
different
I
for
date
women.
that are older. Like they're older. Like they're just typically older, but like I'm,
The men you have sex with are older too. Right?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Don't worry about how many. They're just boyfriends or exes.
I haven't had an older man.
Listen,
I haven't had an older man. I'm interested because I just now got on this wave.
they are
I
just
was
into
like,
freaky
oh, shit.
stuff. Okay.
I just felt like it hit me all of a sudden, and
It
it's so
hit you
funny.
all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
it did. It really did because my cousin had been trying to
How
put
did
me
this-
on this wave.
how did this
She was
podcast
like, "You
turn
need
out
a
to
man
sex
that's like."
What the fuck is going on with this episode? First of all, we started really sad. Now we talking about dick size and sex
It
and
goes
60
everywhere.
years old.
It's
like,
Thirsty Thursday for a reason.
So yeah, my cousin been trying to put me on the older man, and
Not
it
this
just hit me
pig.
this year, 2021. It's
Stop
ready
moving
for
the pig and acting like the pig did it on its
I
own.
did it. The pig just had on earrings.
You put earrings on like a styrofoam pig.
I said you're wrong.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, so is sex important?
Yes,
Yes.
1000%. 1000%.
And,
I cannot
listen,
be with someone who
and it
can't
can't even
perform
just
sexually.
be for me. It just can't even be great, like great sex. It has to be.
I don't know what that is.
like
Is that
top.
godly?
So
Like,
let me ask you a question.
make me
so
cry.
since we just randomly got on the
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened.
sex talk, we're here. We're here.
Let's talk
What did she say?
about
What did she
sex.
say? Repeat that. What did she say? 'Cause I didn't hear it.
She said, like, make me cry.
Oh yeah. Okay. I had good fucking sex. That I was in.
Like the one tear that comes
I was
down.
like, I was crying.
He might have thought he hurt you.
Listen, it was with the name we didn't know. But like, yes, I had a tear in my freaking eye.
That hit the spot.
And that
hit
is
the
why,
spot.
and that is the reason why, like, he was a demon.
I feel like that's like top tier. Like you,
Yeah.
that sets the bar. Like if you don't make me cry, what are you
his
doing?
bad sex
Yeah.
was
Amazing. So when he was off his game, you still cried.
yeah.
It was
Get
the,
Raven a
it was
cold
the
shower.
orgasm sound
Let's
for
get
me.
Raven a cold shower ASAP.
Listen, it's just because I've been celibate for 5 months.
I've been a little bit longer than that.
I did 6 months. It was like a prison segment.
But it's not. It's like a personal
I'm good.
choice because there's only one person that I want. But yes, it made me cry.
That's some good shit. So let me tell you something.
You're talking like it's crack. She's like, yeah, that's that good shit.
Yeah.
Make it come back shit.
Yeah. Like it's a grain of weed. That's a good shit.
3 years coming back. Yeah.
Let me tell
Are
you.
we talking about your guy, your friend?
Which one? The one that I'm dating? Oh, he's like that too.
No, the person you reference in every episode of every podcast.
Oh yeah.
So that's why she stayed around. That's why you stayed around. Is the dick.
Oh yeah,
That's
we knew
what a lot
that.
of women say.
We had an agreement though. That's what it was. Like after we had broke up, that's what it was.
The dick is
But
yours.
the problem was he kept wanting a relationship, but I didn't want a relationship with him because he treated me like shit. But
The dick was.
the only thing that was good. But we did we'll watch movies together. We did other stuff, but like, you know. It was good.
How did we get here?
But like, you know. But now the new guy,
Let me tell you something.
he's king. He takes the cake.
You know, I was just gonna get really nasty, but I'm not gonna.
Now my head going like this.
Not yet.
You know what? I have a bad potty
My sister
fucking
is
mouth. Like,
putting me on probation. She said I can't get nasty right now because I got some.
No.
I was gonna tell y'all some good shit
no,
that I
please.
really
I want to
like.
hear. I can use it. Like I want to. Like I just want to hear.
You want to hear what?
Yeah.
Or one of the things is like top tier, like, and I like it when I don't have to tell you to do certain
Yes.
things, right? So I
She
like
said,
when-
yes.
I like it's something about when a guy can like is going down on you, right? Okay, so then you transition into, you know, having intercourse, but then in the middle of him like going to town, he just stops and starts going back down on you again. Woo, that sends me through the roof.
Raw sex?
Yes.
Okay. Condom sex, that's kind of tough. Condoms taste disgusting. Like if you're like fucking somebody and then you go back down, you taste the rope. That no.
Yeah, raw sex.
Okay,
Raw
that's different.
sex. It's so I just love that shit.
That brings me back.
I gotta check out. What?
That brings me back to Georgia.
How the fuck did we get here?
Listen.
We didn't even know we were going here. It's Thirsty Thursday.
Okay.
I'm not even.
Not in the heat.
No, not in heat. I was gonna say inebriated, but
She said I'm not even in heat.
no, I did not say I'm not heat. No, I'm not even intoxicated, inebriated. Like this is all me. That's just.
But honestly, I'm very like
I'm a
when
very
it's
sexual
like,
person.
even though like I'm in like if I'm in meetings if I'm
That
meeting
nothing to do with your
someone,
volume, by the way.
huh?
Huh?
You saw it?
Nothing. Keep going.
If I'm meeting someone in public, I'm very like demanding of what I want. I'll just tell you this is what I want. Like not like sexually, but like look, I'm just very controlling in the first place. But when it comes to like in the bedroom, I'm like submissive. I'm just like I need.
So
like,
you like
I
a
don't
man
want,
to take control.
Yes, but I don't. But I also will be like, it has to be a good balance, you know. It has to be like
So do men really like when females take control, Calvin?
Depends.
some of them.
It depends.
It
It depends on the woman.
Some people like for them to like tell them what to do. What do I do next? I don't want to have to tell you what you should do next. You should
I would
already
never like
freaking
that.
know.
Don't tell me what to do. I know that.
Like harder,
should just be-
deeper? You don't like those type of instructions?
That's not instructions.
Oh, okay.
That's
what
more
do you
like-
mean?
that's-
So what do you mean when you say tell me what to do
Like,
next?
what do you, I don't like when people like we're in the middle of something and they're like, okay, what position do you want to go next? It's just gonna just.
Motherfucker, I rotate positions. Like we
Okay,
about to
like,
do a
I
couple of
want it-
different positions
Yeah.
I want it to
every
be
time.
able to-
I need to do
You
at
know what I
least
mean?
three positions a
Three
session. Like a
Like-
minimum of three. Like you ain't got three in you. Like what are we doing? Like wait till you got all your energy so you can get 3 different good positions.
Old boy was like, what do you want? I said, just bend me like a damn pretzel.
So you know what?
Okay, y'all keep talking.
Hold on. So let me
Jesus
tell
Christ.
you something. I had a friend. This is the weirdest shit to me. Like
need a shot.
really thought this was weird. She told me that when her and the guy that she was talking to had sex, they would have full-blown conversations. Like serious conversations.
like, wait, like a whole,
like he would be on top.
normal conversation?
Yes.
That is
like
weird.
they would be on top. They would be going at it, and he would be like, you know, move that. They would be like,
I don't know why that was just like.
you know, where do you see this going?
No, that is so
what
weird.
do you
Don't talk to
want?
me.
And you know, when what does this make you think? Like just like, and they're having dialogue,
What
and
do
I'm
you
like,
want
how?
for dinner later?
How?
Are you, can you take the trash out later?
Keep talking.
But it wasn't like it wasn't those type of conversations, but it was like serious conversations.
That's
I'm like,
weird.
how the fuck? I can't concentrate on you talking about where we see each other, where this is going. Like, but it's every single time they were fucked, they'd have conversations. Like they would talk better when they were fucking than having just a normal conversation. Like.
No, that's weird to me.
Not just a normal conversation. I don't want to say a normal conversation, but it's almost like the conversations got deep. Like they hit a deeper level while they were having sex. She tried to explain, and she was like, you know, it's really intense and da da da. But I'm gonna focus on my focus, and that's getting this nut, or that's sucking this dick, or that's riding this dick, or whatever. That's my focus. Not talking about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
No, that is weird to me because I just imagine the conversation. I've had someone do that, and I'm just like, I walked out.
That was another one.
I was like, look, I'm just gonna head out. And
As you should.
Yeah, don't talk to me unless
As you should.
like no, I don't want to hear that right now. Like I don't want to hear what you had for lunch. I don't want to hear like what
Jesus Christ, you're tough.
So do you think you could have a serious conversation in the middle of sex?
Why would you want to have a serious conversation?
I wanted to talk about the surprise party.
We can leave the toxic shit after. If there's some toxic shit during sex.
Hey, did you fix the light bulb when I asked you to, or you know, I mean, like if you need.
What if the TV's on?
Nah, I don't really care. TV light, whatever you.
No, not the light. What if it's a good show? Y'all like, y'all fucking and
To
you
the
like
Law and
shit.
Order music.
I feel like that's happening.
So.
I feel like
I- The TV.
Law and Order? No.
Yes, I feel like I have been in the middle of sex and then I look and I'm like, is this nigga watching this show? Like I will stop. Dead ass, I'm about to stop. Fuck
Listen,
you wanna
watching
watch
TV
the show?
helps. It can help the length of time. If you about to
No.
buzz and you motherfucking watching Disney Plus, that shit gonna extend a little bit because Loki going crazy. You just gotta like.
I am not about to play with you. No. If you cannot focus with the TV on, then turn the TV off. Matter of fact, you know what I think happened? I think I was giving head.
Wait.
And then I looked up and this nigga was looking at TV. I stopped. If you are not going to respect my dick sucking, then you are not going to get it.
No. So.
That's how I feel.
Listen, the girl that I
What's
was
going on
with,
here?
she fell asleep, but then she woke up and then continued.
I fell asleep having sex
asleep.
before.
Continued. I'm like, ma'am,
I've definitely fallen asleep.
ma'am.
having
Oh, I've
sex.
fallen asleep before.
Like I've been in the shit, stroke,
Like,
mid-stroke, just with
But
you
have
sleep.
you fell
No,
asleep and then woke up?
She couldn't mix stroke, so I feel like either
Wait a
I
minute,
am
no. She fell asleep.
she has a strap on.
Fell asleep. No, she didn't have a strap on. She didn't just listen. That is a whole nother story. I'm not
That
going
I
to
could.
get on that topic. Because I literally, never mind. Anyways, she literally fell asleep, going down, and And
She
then
was eating your shit and she fell asleep.
she fell asleep
That's
on
different.
me. And I'm just like, ma'am.
Keep going.
No, no, I didn't have to tell her to keep going. She woke up,
Not
kept
better.
going, fell asleep, kept going. It's because we had a long night, and I was just like, at that point, I mean,
So the times that I felt
It was
like
good,
I was definitely.
but
She was like, it was good. I wish she would have kept going straight, like from the start.
no, it was good. I needed the little breaks in between. Honestly, gotta get sleep. You get in where you fit in. Okay, get them rest in, get them little naps in. I'm all for naps.
During, that's tough.
When I fell asleep, I was drunk.
I was definitely drunk.
Yeah, I was drunk. It doesn't just happen. I
We
was
were
drunk
up for
and
2 days.
Yeah,
We were just up.
and then I dozed off, and then like I had a little dream, and I think I was talking. And I think it was with my ex-husband, but I think I said something like "Go to Chris" or something like that, and he was like, "What?" And I shook out of it, but like I was like talking to him from my dream, and yeah, I'm sure that's not attractive.
We both fell asleep. Like, just.
That makes sense
And
if you
there.
didn't just don't finish.
And then, like, when he woke up,
Talk to the
we
mic.
were still. It was good, though. But we were just like, we fell asleep.
Talking to the mic.
We fell asleep, and then we woke up, and then,
Just kept
we
going.
continued.
That's good. That happens.
Late night
You're
leftovers.
both drunk.
But, like, honestly,
That doesn't sound like a leftover.
even like I'm sorry, like even though you're not only I feel like your sex game has to be good, but like since like especially if we're distant and we're not talking all the time, like your sex talks have to be lit too for me. They have to be lit. That's how I get inspiration. Like it has to be lit as well.
I agree. I like the dialogue.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Wait a minute.
Tonight's episode took a left.
To the left, to the left. Everything you want in the box to the left.
I feel like I need a sexual
A sexual what?
quote. If you can't make me come, stop. Just
Wait,
like,
what? We still have 15 minutes.
Oh, I thought you said we was only doing 30. It's been way past 30.
It has been, but I like this dialogue.
Oh.
I like falling asleep while having sex. That's a funny topic. Only happened once though. That only happened once
Let me see.
that I can recall.
Okay, so, I just like if like going back to I don't even know. I rather like even if there is stud, I'd rather have the strap.
The strap.
I'd rather be wearing it.
You like fucking people?
Because the difference between like when it comes to guys, I'm more submissive. When it comes to women, I'm more dominant. So I would rather have it.
Yeah, you hear me?
But yeah, I'd rather.
Wait, what?
So yeah, I'm not gonna tell that story. I don't want to be there.
So in conclusion, sex is very important in your relationship.
Yes, that's
For
what it
me,
is.
yeah.
At this point, we could talk.
Yeah.
We could talk at
It
age
is.
60, age 50, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But sex is important.
Good sex is important.
Yeah, I agree.
Great, awesome.
It's not really a topic, but when talking about your count,
My what?
your count, like how many people you've had sex with,
Oh, it's only been my ex-boyfriends. So 5.
do you guys think that that's something you guys should discuss in a relationship?
Hell no. I'm just kidding.
I don't think it's necessary.
I
feel like when I was younger I did, but I feel like now that I've gotten older, it really doesn't matter. You had a life before me, I had a
I
life.
said count. I just mean body count. I don't know why I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
say
what I'm
that.
talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really
I don't
ask.
feel like-
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
As
care.
long as both of you and
Let me
I
tell
have
you.
been tested, like you're good.
That you took the words right out of my mouth. Let's go get tested. We both clean. We going in this clean. It doesn't matter what you did before me.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like when I was younger, yes. How many people have you had sex with? Like that was the question that you asked. But
Talk-
What about like what is more important to you? Like oral, if they have both oral and good sex, or just good sex and you don't care about oral? Look, mine is I have to have it.
Let's finish with the body count stuff,
Oh, sorry,
right?
I forgot. Maybe I was mentally.
Jesus, Raven is hot right
I
now.
was mentally.
Let's get Raven a cold shower
No,
right now.
I'm not. First of all, I'm happy where I'm at. I really am. Like, I'm just not. I haven't really thought about it. I just been, whatever. I haven't really thought about it. Just
I was
because.
celibate for over a year. Just throwing that out there.
I was celibate for 6 months, or 6 months of my life.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy.
No, I haven't.
So
Never
I
again.
could be in heat, like Tom said earlier. But I mean, I'm
Never again.
I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not really.
I'm
But if
just
I
not
talk to
looking for it,
him,
though.
if I see him,
That's on.
just looking at. But we have.
What's an acceptable, like if someone tells you the body count, what's a number that you wouldn't accept? Like if he was like, yo, yeah, we good. Like physically, I'm good. Physically,
if
you
it
good.
gets to
But I
the-
got, 115 bodies on me.
I'm gonna be like, sir, can you come with me? We're going right over to the clinic, so you.
No. So
you need
if
to
you've
do.
already had that conversation, y'all both good. He hit you with like,
I
yeah,
just
the
don't even have. I don't even
115
have that
count.
conversation.
It doesn't even matter.
I just need him to just.
I've had sex with somebody that's had over 100 sex with 100 people.
Like how
At
do
what
you
age, though?
Like how many? How do you
Young
get to
as
that
fuck.
many people?
Like I don't even know how.
Like how do you get to that many people? Like in your lifetime?
That's not hard. I'm not saying I fucked 100
I
people,
just I don't know. I'm so picky.
Men are not.
I'm very.
I'm picky too. You can be
Okay.
picky.
I still have people on hold.
A lot of men are not.
I'm just like.
I'm
I don't
picky as
want
fuck.
you.
Let
I
me
don't
tell
just
you,
fucking
I
know.
have had a
It's
dude
possible.
tell me, pussy don't have a face.
My mom told me that. She was like,
What? Your mom told you that?
No, in a way of saying like
You
she's
said that so
basically-
regular.
No, she did. She was like, these men out here, they just looking for things, and pussy don't have no face when
Yeah,
it comes to that. Not to say that like she was just trying to teach me a lesson, like
Okay, because I was
At the
like,
end of
what?
the day.
She like
No.
kiss you good night, and then pussy has no face, baby. Go to
that,
go to sleep.
no. Whenever she was younger, the main reason why I didn't have
It's just not a nice story.
the
Pussy got a face.
the main reason I didn't lose my virginity till I was 19 is because she was like, don't have sex because you're gonna get pregnant. I was freaking frightened to get pregnant, so I just wanted to wait till I was married, and then I ended up meeting this guy, and then 2 years later, when I was 19, I made the decision. I was like, you know what, I love him, and
My parents made it real simple for me. They attached cost to it. They was like, how much you willing to pay? They broke it down to me.
my
They
mom
was
said she
like,
ain't watching no baby.
no lay. If you don't lay, you don't pay. My parents broke it down to me really simple. I was like, I don't want kids because of that. Because my parents was like, you know how much diapers cost? I was like, no. This, and this. I was like
Yeah, she said
for like
that too.
per year?
Yeah.
No, per box.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh? Like what the fuck?
That's part of the reason why, like, honestly, like, whenever it comes to guys, I have a hard time talking to my mom about my relationships because I never got that talk of just like, people are gonna like just like the regular relationship, like the relationship advice that you should hear. I only saw what I saw, so I was frightened to tell her, like, even though I'm like of age, I was still frightened to tell her like
Of
I had a
age.
boyfriend,
Weird as
and
well.
now I'm getting used to
Must be 30.
I'm getting used to talking about, like, I talk about the guy that I'm dating right now. I talk to her about him a lot, and I'm just like, because I want her to know about him, like, because I
I talk
feel
to my
like
mom about all my guys. She knows
I
all.
don't.
I know.
I tell my mom's information, but I keep names out.
Yeah, my mom knows.
My mom is
Like,
terrible with names.
so I had friends.
My mom remembers everything. Even when I was after my divorce, like when I
peed
just
off the
date. Oh, but she hasn't brought that up. But she probably remembers. But yeah, Calvin definitely peed off the back of the book. But
What a time.
she, like, if I would talk about all the guys that I dated, and she'll be like, she'll remember. She'll be like, oh, if I say something just randomly, she'd be like, oh, that was so and so, and I was like, yeah, like she remembers, like she knows all. She basically went on my dating experience after my divorce with me. She's my best friend, my best friend.
My mom's terrible with names. Like,
yeah,
like
mine
if you walk in and she'll be like, oh, that's Jasmine. I'm like, no, like
Not
I was
everybody
like,
be Jasmine.
I was like 15. Like, what are you talking about? So if she remembers your name, trust me, my mom, like, because
I used to call the
fucks
guys.
with you.
I used to call
Yeah.
the guys that I was talking to my friends. So now it's hard for me when I
Oh, your little
actually
friend?
have freaking
That's
guy
your little
friends.
friend?
No, I'm just like, that's my friend. And they were actually someone I was talking to. I don't know why I was so afraid to tell her. And I think she just put the fear in my freaking self that like don't do it or you're gonna get pregnant. So I'm just like, oh my god. And then like when I was injured, well, I'm still injured, but hey, I got off my boot, y'all. But whenever I was
This
in my
is kind of when you should say it, you got off your boot instead of like when you walk in. Like, notice anything different? Like, let me notice first.
Oh, but I saw her off the stage, so I saw her. Oh, she told you the same thing?
No, she walked in. She was like, "You notice anything different?" I was like, "I don't know yet." But you just walked in. Like, you just walked in. I don't know.
But like whenever I was in my cast, like I had a few friends come over. My mom was like, "Were you dating this guy? Did you date this guy?" Because they would bring me like groceries and just other stuff, and like they're just like my guy friends are really nice. They're really awesome, and I'm just like, no, like I haven't done anything with these people. Like, you know, I'm not dating them. They're just my friends. And she's like, okay. And I'm just like, I really haven't. I mean, one I did, but like that wasn't like he was really just bringing me groceries.
This podcast went from I don't know what the fuck happened.
He was really bringing me groceries, and thank you for that. Like I really need the food and stuff, so because I'm very picky and I don't want to eat loops.
Not thinking the guy that you still talk to this guy.
He's my friend.
Oh,
She told you he was the free.
listen, I don't know where the fuck this podcast is
But
going.
listen, he's
I don't
one
know.
of those older. He is an older guy, but he's one of those freaky older guys that like, you know, chains and whips and stuff and BDSM.
Is that freaky?
To me, it is because I'm just like
Anything outside of your norm is freaky.
Like if you have me tied up like this,
No, I think
that's a little
I don't think
weird.
that's
Okay.
Are you talking about like the shades of
If
gray
you have,
shit?
listen,
Yeah.
yes, and if you have more,
That's freaky.
If you
a
have
nigga
more
has you
sex
tied up
toy-
in an apartment, that's not freaky.
Would you let a female tie you? I mean, not tie you.
he actually
would
has the bed.
Would she
to
let?
it.
Would you let a female put handcuffs on you?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because of the safety concern, right? A lot of so
If you have more toys than
we're
me,
probably
then
going to end the podcast
that's
pretty soon.
crazy.
But like, as far as like the safety concerns, no, because there are women out there who are shady as shit and fuck you up doing that, and vice versa, men too. Shady.
Yeah, like no.
I definitely put handcuffs on my ex-husband. I took control.
Like where were the hand? Like where you handcuffed his hands or his feet?
No, not his feet.
Okay.
Just his hand.
And like to the headboard.
Yeah.
I hate those machines where there's both, like you're handcuffed, but it's also locked into, like it has a chain to your feet, and you're.
Did he like it?
Huh?
Yeah.
I feel like you would like it if you don't have to do shit. You just let your dick just be there.
Yeah, I think it. That's why I kind of went back to asking if men like women to take control. Like I think that he liked the fact that it was almost like a suspense. Like because normally he's the one.
Was he
who takes-
blindfolded?
I
She said, I don't know.
I didn't like it. I don't like it. So with my ex-husband, for me, that is when I became my most like comfortable,
Vulnerable.
So yeah, so like we experienced, you know, like we did
Y'all did everything.
almost. You know, we had some borders, we had some.
What about anal?
We not. Yes. Yeah, we did, and it was a process. It was definitely a process. It took like a week.
3-step process.
It took like a week to get to the end goal because we doing a little bit of time. We got because
Just
you
the
not you yeah we gotta work it. We do it. It's a little bit before because you can't just full throttle that
Yeah.
thing. Like it's not. That's not. You gonna fuck some shit up. Ouch. Yeah. So we did that, and you know, I kind of like it.
Was that the only person you know with?
No, somebody else that I dated. I mean, we were together like 3 years. We did it a couple times, just a couple times. Not like I did with my husband. But I say that to say a couple things. Some people think in marriages sex stops. I don't think that's the case for everybody. That became for me. This is my husband. It's like we have no limitations almost to the things that we will try and do, and like so it did not slow down or stop for me. I was actually okay. Now I'm ready to what we doing next. Like I'm so going back to him, I think that since he was that he took control most of the time, he enjoyed, and it was almost like
I'm gonna have to do
suspenseful.
some shit.
It was almost suspenseful for him. Like it was like a rush that he didn't know what I was gonna do. He didn't know what I was doing next, and so yeah. It was
I agree. Like guys, well,
Talking to the mic.
sorry, I was leaning back. I had to sing that. I can agree, like with guys, they like the little surprises,
Just
What kind of
spontaneous.
surprises?
the little spontaneous surprises.
What kind? Not only sexual, but are you just talking sexual?
Yeah, like, but yes, they
I
like
think
surprises
overall,
too.
period.
But
But
overall,
yes,
but
but-
like
Do you think
sexual,
that?
yes.
For both? You think guys
What?
like both? Like, I mean,
Like both surprises and sexual surprises?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Why do you
I
think?
think it depends on the
Well, it
person.
depends
Why do
on
you think?
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because some of the people that I've dealt with, they like that.
I think I've dealt with both. Some men like it may depend on their love language, kind of like what they're interested in. But I feel like I've experienced both. I've experienced men who like just to be surprised. Almost they like to feel thought about too.
Yeah.
Sexually, and I feel like, let's say head is your preference, right? That's what you like as a man. I feel like men don't always like to have to ask for head if that's what they like. Let me just start going down and wake you up with some head. Let me, just do some random shit. I think that they appreciate shit like that. I also think that like in just the relationship, like if a lot of men are the provider and always are having to want to take the initiative and do stuff. So sometimes you taking the initiative and be like, I did this for us, or I did this for you, or I think that they appreciate that too. Now I have been on the opposite end where like as far as just surprising somebody in the relationship, like let's just go on a surprise outing. Okay, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna go here. I've had guys not like that, and I think it goes more back to the safety concern. Like women are crazy. I don't know where the hell you taking me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, just sit back, enjoy the ride, and we driving for an hour and a half. And he's like, where the fuck are we going?
I wouldn't do that.
But he liked it at the end. I took him to a real nice restaurant on the lake, and it was really sweet. So he liked it, but he's like, man, just tell me next time. I'd rather you just tell me. I don't want to just ride and not know where I'm going, So
So I'm like-
so I feel like it depends on the person.
Also, like even if like the person is just they love to receive gifts too, but sometimes a rare occasion, and it's only because I ran across this, that like even if you surprise them with something like it was just like one time, I bought shoes and they're like, yeah, if it's things like that, then like how do I explain it? Because shoes are like one of his thing, and I was gonna surprise him with shoes. Surprised about shoes, even though like the shoes, can't really return the shoes that I had got him just because it's a long story. Anyways, but they also like the same person loves little surprises and little gifts and little things, and so I think it does depend on the person.
And I think, like me being a man, I think there are, of course, subtle little things that men do like. You guys explained a couple of different things that a dude would like, but traditionally, we just want to know. We
Yeah.
want to be in the know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can try to surprise us all you want. We rather would be in the know.
I think you appreciate the thought behind it.
But we'd
behind
rather
it.
be in the know.
But just tell me, and I had to learn that, So
Absolutely.
I think it has it.
Yeah.
So
And I think there was, I don't know if it was a post that I had posted or something I had said. It was something along the lines of like, I can't even think. What was it? It was something fire too. It was like fire as fuck. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think. I really think it was something along the lines of just like understanding men and women are different,
Yeah.
and the effort that y'all put in it's not effort. It's just men see things a little differently.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
agree.
And then
I'm learning.
you have to learn individuals.
Yes.
I think women and this could be wrong, a lot of times they kind of clump men into one kind of like idea, and they walk with that idea based off their friendships and groups and things like that. Like if you're in a group with a bunch of women, and I'm not saying this is not the same for men by any means, but they understand things that a man wants via committee. Like the whole team is like, men ain't this, men are this, men can be this. I can explain it this way. And in the whole group, the committee is like, they come to a conclusion. No matter how many conversations women have in those kind of groups, you know, a lot of times, you know, the expectations for men
We
come
only heard
into
one thing.
they come into a committee, but it just, because for me personally, like me being me, like I can't just take a woman to a restaurant because it was the what was the post? You actually said something. It was the God, what was the post? It was kind of it was like women don't like when men ask them, like if you
Ask them what they want, like what they want to eat.
Yeah, so if a man
You
is like,
already know.
let's go on a date, right? And
Use your psychic abilities.
let's go on a date, but he asks you where you want to go eat,
Okay.
and I guess a couple women didn't like that.
Like, why are you
why
asking
ask? If you're gonna ask me on a date, you just take me somewhere. But that's not true. That's how men think. You know what I mean? Like that was the post. That was for sure the post. Sorry guys, that was the post. The post was if a guy asks you on a date, and then the man asks them where they want to go, and then the woman's face was like, "Why are you asking me on a date if you don't know where we want to go?" This is not a relationship. This is just first date.
Okay.
The reason why I don't like to be like, I don't like to be asked like, where do you want to go? I think I'm
gonna go. I'm gonna tell you what I feel like, and I'm gonna go.
And that's what men think. And that's what men think, right?
I'll tell you what I don't like.
They are asking a question based off of a question. So, all right, I just met you. Let's go on a date. Where do you want to go? And the post was basically saying, and the women that were in that post comments were saying, you should already know where we want to go. You should already know this. You should already know that. But in my opinion, I think that you should ask that too, because if I take you to a sushi bar and you don't even fuck with sushi, and now you're sitting there the whole night mad as fuck because you don't eat sushi,
You allergic to peanut stuff.
you know what I'm saying? Like this is the
You
first
got a
date.
shellfish allergy.
This is the first date thing. If I take you to a hot pot place and you don't like hot pot, if I take you to a Filipino spot and you don't like Filipino food, if I take you to a Korean barbecue place, you don't like that. It's very important that I ask you that, because if we're not about that, if I'm gonna take someone on a date, it's not gonna be nothing simple. I promise
Tell you
you.
something.
I've been on dates where they just like they're like, I'm gonna take you to this restaurant, and for me, like I'm just different. I think I'm just different. I want to be able to try it, you know, because I'm not allergic to anything that I know of,
Yeah, for sure.
except for men. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But like I've been on dates where they're like, okay, we're gonna go here, and it's like a restaurant, and like here I am sitting trying octopus. It was good though. It was good. But will I ever go back to that restaurant? Probably not. No, I won't ever go back. But I'll try it. Cause for me, it's more the thought that I want you to be able to like.
See that's a double-edged sword.
Or you can give me options.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like I think
I'm just open to it.
women like
I'm
both.
open.
I mean, you know, we like both. We like for you to take the initiative and be like, hey, get ready by 8. I'm gonna take you. Be just nice. I'm gonna take you somewhere special, and then it's a surprise, right? Like we like shit like that. But I get what you're saying, especially when it's new. Like if you don't really know this person, you don't know what they like. You don't know what they don't like. You don't know what they're allergic to. You don't know. You know. So I completely understand what you're saying, and I think some people
And
make
absolutely,
shit difficult.
people are uncomfortable in settings they're not used to, right? So if you're a person who, you know, goes on dates, and you know, if that is your expectation that the guy just kind of picks the place and it's a steak restaurant, you're good to go. If the guy takes you to a Chinese spot, like whatever
Don't take me there.
that's what I'm saying, like that.
I don't Chinese food.
But that's what I'm
is
saying.
my
That's what
But-
I'm saying. If a guy is interested in you, and this is not
But I
barring
still
any
go.
conversation. This is me saying, yo, as a man, I want to take you out You look good. Let's go out to eat. I got the bill. Don't worry about that. Right? I mean, you want a surprise, or you want me to tell you? And that's fine too. Women will express that they want Flemings. That's fine. But if you sit there and you say, "Hey, we're gonna go to whatever restaurant," right? And I'll take care of it, or we'll figure it out, right? But you still sit there and be upset that I took you to somewhere you didn't like, and then you shit on the guy for a long time. Like, he took me to X amount of place, or whatever place is, and the food was bad, and the experience was bad. But men really just want you to have the best experience of
Now,
your
if they
life.
take you to Sonic, then you really gonna be complaining. So maybe you should tell him.
So that was the post for sure. Like, I don't subscribe to that, because honestly, I can take you places you've never been before. That's easy for me.
So the guy that I was seeing, anyways,
You
I
seen
told him.
The
It
hubby's
was-
called. Hold on. Hubby, you got his whole hubby. Not his nickname, his last name. She got all his names.
Dude,
She has all the names.
they got 100 names. Love of my life.
That shit just went through like a billboard. That shit, his first name, last name, his social security number, when he was born, how old he
It
is.
rained the whole time. I didn't even see showing all the names.
Okay, one time
I ain't never seen no shit like
Me
that.
either. I was like, God damn, did the call stop?
anyways,
And the names are still going.
Kept going. In rotation.
leave it alone. I don't know. Okay, I love it. Anyways,
I ain't never seen. I
so going
don't know how you
back.
got it.
Anyways, rewind.
No, we can't rewind that. We synced that shit.
No, you didn't. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Okay, plead the fifth. So when I was telling him like about his birthday, because his birthday was coming up, I was like, "Well, I said this is what I planned for your birthday. I want to keep it a surprise." He was like, "No, please tell me what it is." Like,
Please, because if
And I
you
was
take them
like,
to someone
listen.
you take someone to somewhere that they've been already, like, you just lost.
yeah, I was like, "Well, I was gonna rent out an Airbnb, and I wanted to hire a personal chef and like cook, like and then he was like, "No." He's like, "No, don't do that."
I didn't get that order, guys.
And he was like,
Me either.
he was like, "Huh?"
I didn't get that order. I want to hire a personal chef.
Yeah, I did.
I know, but I didn't get that order.
You would have been the personal chef, okay? So he was like, "No," and this is the reason. He says, "It's not that I don't like that idea." He says, "But I would rather do that. Like, wouldn't you want to do that in Dubai? Wouldn't you want to do that in like it clicked to me like,
Insane.
yeah, he's like,
Insane.
take me to Dubai."
Same.
But, like-
Brittany saying. A
I hear a
reaction
lot of
same.
talking. You know
Same.
what? Let me see y'all pull up in Dubai, and I'm gonna harden, I'm gonna send planes, I'm gonna
Facts.
light your post
Oh,
up.
I'm not
Okay?
gonna post anything until we're married.
If he take you to Dubai, you better post that.
Better
shit.
post.
You no face, no case. You ain't gotta post him. I'll still like your
Post the
comments.
destination. You better post some
Post the
sand.
destination.
I'll post it all after. I'm gonna take pictures. Don't worry. I'm gonna post it. I just don't
Yikes.
want people in my business right now because it's like one, it's just a safety concern for me right now, and a safety concern for him.
What's the safety?
My crazy freaking exes, all of them.
He's scared.
No, he's not scared, but for me, it's me personally. Like, I just don't want that. Like, I already feel like he's already spying on me. He's probably already watching.
So what's the difference if y'all get married? What?
If we're getting married,
And figure
stuff
that out
like
now.
that, you know.
Figure it out now. If you feel someone is spying on you, handle that right away.
Yeah.
Like,
There is
I don't even know.
incidents.
I don't know what to do. Like, there's already a restraining order. There's already things in place. So I don't know what to do.
What you do is you make sure you're safe. You do everything that restraining order matters as far as like what is actually written
Like, how do
out.
I block him from seeing these podcasts? I can't.
We got some stuff to talk off air, guys. We're gonna end the podcast right now. We've gone kind of like later than we expected. This
Stop
is 23.
watching me.
This is 23.
I'm kidding. It's not that bad.
Yes, it's 20.
Okay, this is 23. This is the Can We Talk podcast. I know Brittany has a quote. Maybe if she doesn't
Yeah,
have a
I
quote, go ahead and let it rip because we have some shit to talk off camera with. We're not going to talk on camera about certain situations because we want to make sure everyone in this room is safe and take care of themselves at the highest level, whether it be whatever. We're not going to talk about that. Let's go ahead.
I'm not sure if I said this one already, but it's a good one. So if I did, I'm gonna run it back, turbo. Okay? Life is like a camera. Focus what's on important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, take another shot.
Take another shot.
Take another shot.
For sure. Is there anything you guys want to like plug? Or is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? I'll be in Dallas for the weekend.
No. I mean, I don't really know what I have going on this weekend.
It's Labor Day weekend. We be laboring, yo.
I have been laboring the shit out of me. I'm off. I did take off next Tuesday and next Friday, so I got some extra days off. So I got a long weekend, so I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Awesome.
And I took the following Friday off to do some stuff with my son. But I might go to San Antonio for the day on Saturday.
You have to go to the Jerk Shack. You ever heard of it? It is the best Jamaican food I've ever had in my life. The Jerk Shack.
Okay.
Look it up. Like type that in your phone right now. Make that a thing.
I'm putting it in my
The
notes.
Jerk Shack. It's in the hood, but it's lit as
Oh,
fuck.
I think I have heard of it. I may have had it once a long time ago. I know what you're talking about.
And the chef and owner of that restaurant is in the middle of opening another restaurant. Shout out to her. Like I'm so excited for her.
Is it gonna be the other restaurant's gonna be in San Antonio?
No, well, actually, it might be. And so I'm sure that the next restaurant will probably be within San Antonio's confines, but the Jerk Shack is the best Jamaican food restaurant in the universe. Raven, go ahead, talk your stuff. Anything positive?
Nothing. I'm not, well, for my weekend, I'm not really doing anything.
You gonna be with Babe?
No, he's still.
Oh, he's out of town.
He's out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of town. But for me, I'm just gonna probably be chilling at home. Probably, well, my friend who used to live here, she's in town from Philadelphia, so I'll probably hang out with her. I'm
Awesome.
kind of a little nervous about that, just because like I haven't really talked to a lot of the people that I,
Mm-hmm.
kind of snipped off. So. Yeah. So I'm kind of nervous about that. I'm gonna just kind of like meditate on it because I don't know what to say. I don't know if I'm gonna say anything. I just want to have a good time. With her.
I think you should just not worry about that aspect of the confrontation and focus on why you're going there. Like if you're going to be there for a specific reason, focus on that reason and not focus on who's going to be there and why they're going to be there. And it's not your job to go to an event and have that conversation. I think you should just focus on the event, be happy about that event, focus on your growth and who you are now, and not worry about anybody else in that circle. Be yourself, believe in yourself. You have good things going. Like you're doing what you do, right? Deal with that, feel in that, and that's it.
Okay.
You don't even have to have the conversation. Like you don't even like that doesn't have to happen.
Yeah.
That's what's great about just being yourself. Like you've reached the level of excellence.
Yeah.
Continue to move that way.
I also just haven't like been.
Why do these gnats want to talk so much? Jesus Christ.
Weird. Also, like in the past, it would emotionally drain me. So that's kind of, it's more of that. Like it's not even the conversation. It's me, like the energy. Like the energy's off. I'm just gonna be like, I don't want to be awkward. I don't like to be awkward in situations, and it's gonna make me anxious. It's gonna make my anxiety go up, and that's the thing. Like I just want to be in this place where I'm just like, looking around and stuff. So we'll see.
Just don't even worry about that aspect. I know, like when you come into the rooms with people that you probably don't fuck with or don't like, just focus on yourself, focus on your own growth. You don't have to have that conversation there. Clearly, whoever invited you there wants you there for you and not there to have a conversation with someone you don't like.
True.
So focus on yourself, focus on everything you're doing, because at the end of the day, like even if you have that conversation, it doesn't go the way you want to. What happens next? You still have to deal with your own personal relationships. So that's all you should focus on. Your own personal relationships.
Agreed.
Whoever invited you there, focus on them. Make it their day, and not worry about anything external.
Agreed.
Just be yourself. You know, just don't worry about the extra. I promise you, if you don't worry about the extra, you know, you'll be alright.
All right, that sounds good. I'll honestly, I'm really trying to focus on that because that's kind of what I was been worried about. But
You got it.
and the other thing is I haven't really been out too, so that makes
Mask
me,
up.
I am. That makes me very, very, very anxious. Like just to be around people, like, and then like just I've been cautious with my foot too. Like I don't want anybody stepping on my toe because
That's what I'm saying. You have so many things to focus on.
Yeah.
Just focus on those.
I will. Yeah, for sure. But that's about it. But I'm gonna try to have fun this week, and then I'm actually meeting up with a few of my friends from high school to have dinner with them because I
Awesome.
haven't seen them in a long time. We've been friends for like 17 years.
God damn, we're old. My 10-year high school reunion passed me by.
Oh, mine too. Like mine was supposed to be during the pandemic.
Mine too.
But you know, it is what it is. We could have went to Disney World clearly during the pandemic. But yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Once again, I'll be in Dallas this weekend. I'll be going to one of the restaurants I discovered on Brittany's birthday weekend, called Fusion Kitchen. The restaurant, it's a buffet style, like Korean hot pot and Korean barbecue mix. So you get to do both. It's not expensive at all either. I think once we made it there, around like 10 o'clock or whatever, they were closing in an hour, but they was like, y'all can just do whatever y'all want, like grab all the stuff you want. So I'm excited to go back there. I wanted to, record like a side episode with my cousin, but she's dealing with a loss at the moment. So shout out to my cousin Bianca. And once again, my brother and his wife have a kid on the way, so I'll be your uncle. I'm still excited about that. I won the battle. He wanted me to have a kid before him, even though he's 8 years older than me. I don't know how that makes sense, but if we all continue to just believe in each other, believe in yourself, this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 23.
Peace out.
We are out of here. Thank you guys.
Bye.